What up, y'all? I am back again with another video. So I've been pretty consistent lately and I'm actually feeling it. Okay, so this is basically a makeup tutorial, how I do my everyday natural look. I'm talking too much. Okay, so right here, all I'm doing is putting on my Becca primer in my T-zone. I showed you guys what it looked like early on in the video, but I have really oily skin, and so I have to put that everywhere in my T-zone where I usually get oily. Okay, so now I'm doing my eyebrows, obviously, and I've switched up my eyebrow routine a little bit. So what I'm doing now is lining my brows with the Anastasia Dipbrow, and that's the Anastasia brush 2. I'll put the brush number in the description below, but basically I line my brows with the Dipbrow, right? And then I go in and actually fill my brows in with an eyebrow pencil. The eyebrow pencil was just something that I got from the counter at a beauty supply store. I think the brand is Nika K, something like that. But I've been trying to get away from the Instagram eyebrows, but for some reason the Instagram eyebrows just keep calling me back. But yeah, so this way, because I really like for my line to be like Instagram worthy, you know, like on the inside of my brow, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, super dark and all that, but my line, like, I want you to be able to see that I spent time lining my eyebrows. Again, Instagram worthy eyebrows. Yeah, so all I'm doing right now is taking the eyebrow pencil that I got from the beauty supply store and filling in the inside of my brows, and then I use the bristle part of it to just kind of fade everything and make everything blend on the inside. And y'all, I am still looking for new eyebrow routines, so if y'all got some gems that y'all want to bless me with, please feel free to drop them in my comments or send me a message on Instagram, because yeah, I mean, you can always use a new updated brow routine. Like maybe like I could have the Instagram brows, and then I could have like the natural brows, and then I could have like the date night brows, you know, like you can never have too many brow routines. Okay, so now I actually kind of did this a little backwards. I'm putting the concealer under my brows, and I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color medium beige, and this is just to kind of clean up my eyebrows, but I meant to put foundation on my eyelids first. That's the way I typically do it. Is I put a little foundation on my eyelids, and then I go in and line my brows with the concealer, but apparently I forgot to do the foundation this time, and so I started with the concealer, but then you'll see where I go back and do the foundation, and then I put the concealer under my brows once again. And again, for the beginners out there, all this does is line your brows more precisely, or I guess kind of clean up your brows underneath the line. I don't think I do a great job of this, or it's always that one eyebrow that's like never like, I don't know, never acts right, but yeah. Okay, so this is actually my, or should have been my step number 2. This is where I said that usually I take my foundation and kind of blot my eyes with it, just to kind of create a base. I know some people do this differently. I think some people like do like an actual eyeshadow primer, or some people like just do their concealer, but I like to do my foundation. I don't really know why, but I don't know. I think it just looks better to me, in my opinion, when I do my foundation and then go under my eyebrows with my concealer. And then I kind of blend that concealer down on my eyelids a little bit. But I don't like to put straight concealer on my eyelids. Like I don't like the way it looks. It looks good on other people, but maybe because I'm not a pro like that. So I really don't know. But this is what I do. Okay, so here's where I start taking matters into my own hands. So I'm not really an eyeshadow girl. I don't know how to really do eyeshadow. I don't know how to blend it. I don't know where to put it. Like, especially because my eyelids are so small. Like, I feel like it ends up looking crazy on me if it's not professionally done. But what I do is I take my NYX matte bronzer, and I just like to create like a little bit of shadow on my eyelids, like almost like a natural, like shadowy effect. Not too much, but just something to kind of give a nice natural eye look. Okay, so now I'm doing my liquid eyeliner, and it's funny because I just knew I was gonna have to delete this part from the video, but it actually doesn't look too bad. I didn't think like y'all were really going to be able to see it, and so I was like, maybe I should just do like a separate video on my winged liner, but I got it in the camera, surprisingly. So what I use for my winged liner is, what do I use? No, Black Radiant. And they make two. I do not use the waterproof one because the waterproof one that Black Radiance makes has a different brush. And the key, or what I've learned that my key to getting the perfect winged liner look is, my brush can't be like the hard tip brushes that don't hardly move. I have to have like an actual brush on my tip. Like I have to be able to move my brush tip. Like it has to be flexible. Like I can't do it with the ones that barely move because the liner will end up like on my eyebrow. Like I don't know. I can't use those kinds of eyeliner brushes. And if y'all have watched like different tutorials on how to do winged eyeliner, you'll see that so many people do it so many different ways, but I've learned that the way that works best for me is to kind of start on my outside and work my way in. Okay, so now it's time to do my foundation, and I've switched to my winter color, although on this video it doesn't really look like it. It looks a little warm, but I've switched to my winter color, and my winter color is the Maybelline Fit Me 330 Toffee, I think. And I noticed like watching this back, it's so funny, like the lighting, right? Because like in my bathroom, my foundation looks so light to me, but on camera it looks like really like warm, like almost like it's my summer color. But anyways, this will do. I could never really find my exact perfect match foundation shade, so I just kind of make do what works best for me. And I think once I put on my concealer, it helps to kind of blend everything and make everything fit. Also, another important thing that I forgot to mention, I have learned to kind of dampen your beauty blender if you apply your foundation with the beauty blender, because for some reason, like it just makes the foundation application like a lot more smooth. It kind of blends into your skin a lot better. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. It could be just my imagination, but it just seems like the foundation goes on a lot better when you have a damp beauty blender. And I know because I don't feel like I'm that good. Oh my gosh. Apparently I don't feel like I'm good at anything, right? But no, seriously, I used to struggle with like blending my foundation the right way. And once I started like making my beauty blender damp, like it just, I don't know, in my opinion, it started to look so much better. So now I'm going to take my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the color Caramel and apply it under my eyes. My eyes are under my eyes are the only place that I use this concealer, but this concealer, in my opinion, is so much better than the LA Girl Pro Conceal. Like, it really, really, really conceals. However, I don't like to apply a lot just because I try my best to keep my look natural, even though sometimes it ends up being a full face of makeup. But I try to keep my look natural, so I do just enough to kind of conceal my dark marks and highlight up under my eyes, but without doing too much. And here, all I'm doing is just applying a tad bit more. Apparently, I thought I needed a little bit more. Another important thing that I need to mention is I use two different beauty blenders. So I have one just for my concealer and then one just for my foundation, because I was noticing for the longest when it came time to like blend my foundation, I think this was when I was like using the same beauty blender to like blend the concealer up under my eyebrows, and then I would take it and put on my foundation shade was so off. Like it was off. And I was like, you know what? You need to start using two separate beauty blenders. And ever since I started doing that, my foundation shade problem has been solved. So I highly recommend that you guys use two different beauty blenders. My beauty blender for my concealer, I actually don't wet. I don't really think that part matters because I kind of want it to look a little unnatural, or like I don't want my concealer to blend all the way in my skin up under my eyes. So I think that one's okay to keep dry. And then the other beauty blender for your foundation, you want to make sure that's a little damp. Okay, next step. So I don't always do this. I mainly just do this when I feel like my concealer under my eyes doesn't really blend too well, and this just kind of helps set the concealer under my eyes. This brand is a beauty supply store brand, y'all. I'm not high-end. I don't buy high-end stuff really, but it's a beauty store brand. I think it's Who, Kiss? Kiss Cosmetics? Something like that. I'll Google it and put it in the description below. But all I'm doing is taking just a tad bit of that and applying it to my concealer underneath my eyelids. Okay, so here I'm obviously doing my contour. My contour, I usually just do right on my cheeks. And again, I use the same NYX contour that I used for my fake eyeshadow on my eyelids. Okay, so actually I have no idea what step number this is, but now I am going in with a bronzer. The way I do my bronzer is so funny, y'all. Number one, I use a stippling brush, which you should not use, or there's no rules, but that's not really what a stippling brush is for, but I like the way that it looks with the stippling brush, so that's what I use. Then number two, that bronzer is so old. It's probably like 5 years old. That's why it looks so dirty like that. All right, moving right along to my least favorite part of my makeup routine, which is my eyelashes. It takes forever, in my opinion, to build up a good lash. I don't wear strips. I don't wear individual lashes, but this mascara is actually really bomb. It's by Soap and Glory, and it's one of my favorites. Last step, I think, is to go in with my Maybelline Master Fix setting spray, and this just helps set in your makeup and kind of lock it into place all day. This is only like my 3rd time using it, but I really, really like kind of the end result, like by midday or end day. It works really well to me. And I am done. Alright, y'all, so I am done with my makeup. This was just my everyday, normal, simple, natural, all of those things makeup routine. I only have one look. This is that one look. I don't know how to do anything else. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. But now I'm going to get to the good part. So this part is going to be on my favorite lipsticks, lippies, all that good stuff, especially for the fall and winter time. So if some of y'all don't know, I have my own cosmetics line. Me and Diamond, which is my best friend, we have a brand called Makeup Addicts Cosmetics, and the link to our Instagram page is in my Instagram bio. Sorry, this is loud. The link to our page is in my Instagram bio, and basically right now we just have a line of liquid lipsticks. We're actually so out of majority of everything that we have. We have a few colors left, so out of those few colors that we have left, I'm going to show y'all which ones are my favorite fall and winter looks. If y'all like these, y'all got to make sure y'all go get them, because after we sell out of everything, we're not restocking any of that stuff. Next year we have more plans to come out with some bigger and better products, colors, all that good stuff, extending the line from not just being lipsticks. Basically, we're adding more stuff next year. So I'm gonna show y'all real quick my favorite color. Okay, so this lippy is called Ego. Again, it's from my brand Makeup Addicts Cosmetics, and this ain't just my favorite fall or winter lippy. This is like my favorite all around color. I will literally wear this any time of the year, period. These lipsticks are super matte. They dry pretty quickly. And once they do dry, they're very matte. So here is the color Ego. This is like the perfect like date night, like perfect going out with your girls night, perfect going to work lippy. Like literally I would wear this with anything, okay? Like I've always been into like dark colored lipstick though, so yeah. Also, you get really good like wear with this, like it doesn't easily come off, which is a good thing in my opinion. Because you know how like you wear some lipsticks that are like when you like drink something or like do something, like they just wipe right off. No, this is really, really long lasting. And I recommend that either like face wash, soap, or like a makeup wipe to remove this lipstick. Okay, so next we have the color December. This one is a super bomb fall and winter specifically. So this is a good winter color to me, in my opinion. It's very different, very unique, which is why I love it. Yeah. You gotta like spice up your lip collection, you know? Like you can't just have pink lip gloss. Like you gotta throw in some color, throw in some different stuff. You gotta be different, girl. All right, and then last but not least, for my favorite fall winter lippies, this one's a classic right here. This is another favorite of mine for the fall and winter, more specifically for winter, I guess, but a lot of people are scared to really wear black for some reason, and I don't know why, but then again, like I said, I really love dark lipsticks. I feel like they like just kind of make me pop more. Like I'm not really a pink girl or a nude girl. Like I like dark colors, and this one's really bomb. Like a simple gloss is a go-to of mine if I'm not wearing something out of our collection. Basically, this is my look. This is my everyday makeup routine. The only routine that I know how to do. Super simple, super natural. So if y'all like it, give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.